Good evening, everyone, and sorry for the disturbance. I'm actually new to kind of the software that we're using for YouTube. We'll just wait for 2 minutes because the new link has been sent, and some people might be still joining. So just wait for 2 minutes till people come. I hope I'm audible. Can you someone please confirm? Okay, great. So yeah. So now we'll start the presentation, and I hope, guys, you have a good session yesterday about the patent drafting, and you learned many things about what are not patentable. Especially, I wanted to spend a lot of time on what are not patentable. So we'll, yeah. So I think we are ready to go, and we will enter into the discussion about drafting claims. I hope all of you at some point of time have come across patent claims, or some of you might be already working in the field of patents. Some of you might have filed patent applications. So more or less you are aware of patent claims. We'll discuss more in detail about the different aspects of patent claims. So here, the first thing is we will talk about the claim that is the most important part of your patent. That is a fence for your invention. How the claim can be a fence for your invention? That is because though the patent has several parts, including the title, the abstract, the detailed description, the drawings. So the claims are the most important part of your invention that gives real protection. And if any time, any kind of situation happens where you need to, somebody infringes upon your patent, any product infringes your patent. So that is the time when your claims will stand with you, and your claims only will fight that infringement case. Okay. So what your claims, what kind of protection your claims give to you? One is you don't allow anyone to use your invention without any authorized permission, without your authorization, in fact. Okay. So but simultaneously, when you are not authorizing anyone to use your invention without your permission, of course, you are simultaneously allowing the whole public to see it but don't touch, see it but don't copy. You see it and make a better one, and you do research. So that way your claims goes against the prior art that is available, and it provides you legal provisions. And when uh, and when you are writing the claims, because it gives you the protection, so when the claims are written, it needs to be legally worded. The wordings of the claim should be in legal terms, and when others will create new inventions, then they, what benefits they will get is they can collaborate with you, because you both are creating similar inventions, so you both will get collaborated. And maybe your competitor is having a better supply chain, he is having a market in United States, so your product can reach US market when you collaborate among yourselves. So basically, claims are the gives the protection to your invention. So we'll talk about where the claim is placed in a patent application. So yesterday we had seen the different parts of the patent application. So here I am showing in this slide where exactly the claims are placed in the patent application. The claims are placed exactly when the detailed description of the invention ends. Then the claims start, and then the abstract comes and other things. So I hope it's clear to you and it's very well understood the sequence of the different parts of the patent and where the claim lies. Okay, so we'll go to the next slide. That is, now we'll enter into claim drafting. So before entering into the claims, these are the different aspects that we'll discuss today. How many claims are allowed in a patent, the claim construction, the independent claims, what are different independent claims, and what are dependent claims, and another point is multiple dependent claims. We'll discuss about product claim, process claim, and we'll talk also about product by process claims. There are different aspects of product by process claims. So keep broad wording. Okay, you broadly keep the wording for your patent claims, that also we'll discuss, and keep your wording constant. And here the end game that I'll discuss when I reach that slide. And another concept is the antecedent basis, which is very important in the claims to give clear information about what the claim is. So now we are going to discuss how many claims in a patent application. So can anyone tell me how many claims a patent application can have? Maximum how many claims it can have? Is there a restriction by patent office, or is there a minimum number of claims required that is defined by the patent office? I'm looking at the chart. If you guys are hearing me correctly, can you guys tell what is the maximum number of claims possible in a patent and minimum number of claims possible in a patent? Maximum and minimum. When you are writing, you write two numbers, maximum and minimum. Okay, I see somebody writing one, so one minimum. Yeah, great, one minimum. I see some answers, some are 10 claims. 10 claims, I hope somebody's people who are telling 10 claims, I hope they are telling maximum. Okay, one minimum, 10 maximum. So yes, yes, great guys. Actually, one minimum is the correct answer. One minimum is the correct answer, and 10 maximum is not correct. But why many of you know 10? I'm thinking because 10 claims are doesn't incur any extra charges while filing. That means when you are filing, the basic fee of patent application, basic patent application fees defined by patent office allows a maximum of 10 claims. But in case you want to file more than 10 claims, then nobody can stop you. You can always file any number of claims provided you pay the additional fees to the patent office. Any number of claims beyond 10, you have to pay additional fees. Okay, that is the Indian Patent Office system. I saw in the chart some people wrote 20 also. So that is 20 claims is according to United States Patent Office system. They allow 20 claims, up to 20 claims. Of course, their filing fees are heavy. Basic filing fee is heavy in US compared to what Indian Patent Office charges. Okay, so now the maximum number of patents. Now I'm asking another question. Can you tell what maximum number of claims are possible? Somebody can think of how many claims somebody at a point of time might have claimed at all, at any point of time in any claim. Can you think of a maximum number of claims? Yeah, I see somebody's telling minimum one and maximum no limit. I'm asking now, what is the maximum number of claims you can think of one patent might be having? 100, 200, 500? What number you are able to think of? Okay, let me show one patent. This patent I'm showing. So I'll see if it opens and if it relays correctly to you. You can I'll see if it opens. So this patent or this number you see US 7096160, this number also, okay, 200, 300, okay, people are writing many different numbers. I appreciate, you are participating in the discussion. So see this, okay. So you see guys, how many claims this patent is having. So once you see, you can understand. Let's see, for example, the first claim is having a system for measuring signal properties within a facility. Okay, so this is the first claim. So there are innumerable, you just see the last number of the claim. Yeah, I mean there are 803 claims. Can you believe it? 803 claims are there. Okay, so this patent has 803 claims. So there are even more number of claims. Patents are having more number of claims are also possible. Okay, so you saw that. So there are some other patents also I have here which are having even bigger number of claims than this. Okay, and for your information, there is a patent. If you guys want, you can note down this patent number US 2005 183728. 2005 183728. Okay, this patent you just note down. Let me not open it. Let me not open it. We'll go to other discussions. You guys note down and you can search in Google. You can see in Google, so you can understand how many claims are there. I am not telling you what are the number of claims. You will be shocked to see how many claims are there. But you will see when you open, it will show like some claims has been cancelled. You'll see that when you open that in Google. I mean it will take a lot of time to open. So just remember that. So if Google takes a lot of time, you search in eSpaceNet. In eSpaceNet, it will come easily. Okay, so you'll be shocked to see the number of claims, but the point is, when the examination process went on, there were about 95% or 98% of the claims were rejected. You can note down all of these numbers. Okay, or you can have a screenshot. Any of the recording will be available later on this link, but still you can take a screenshot of this to to track it later. You can see how many patents are there, how many claims are there in it. Okay, so now I'm going to claim construction. So in the in any claim, there are primarily three parts. Okay, and before that I would like to tell you, one claim is one sentence. So what we understand grammatically according to English, what is one sentence? We understand a sentence ends where a full stop is there. So that means one claim starts from the beginning, and it doesn't matter how big it is, it will it will have a full stop at the end. Okay, so I'll show you one uh, claim that can give you the feel of what I'm talking about. How so this is a claim. Is this, you see, this is claim one, and this method for wireless power transmission, the method comprising, and it goes on here, it goes on here, here, it keeps on going. Okay, and it keeps on going, and you see the full stop is here. Here is the full stop, and if you want, I'll do a control F to show you. I'll just have a find these things. You see the full stops, all full stops are highlighted in the word, and you see one dot is here, that is the for the number, for number one, and then the another yellow mark you see here. Okay, so this is what such a big claim, but there is no, everywhere you can see comma, you can see semicolon, you can see here, you can see this one, this I'll discuss later. You see the colon, the semicolon, comma, all these things you'll see, but full stop is at the end. So one claim is one sentence. So don't make any mistake of keeping making one claim into five sentences. For example, you put a full stop here, then start again a sentence here and make a full stop here. This is wrong. Don't do it. One claim, one sentence, this will end here, and second claim starts here, second claim has a full stop here, third claim starts here, third claim has a full stop here. You can never give a full stop. There are claims, sometimes a single claim goes to 3 pages, still you cannot give a full stop anywhere in the middle of the claim. Okay, so I'm going back to the slides. Okay, so any claim has primarily three parts. One is the first one is the preamble, and the second part of the claim is the transition phrase, and the third part of the claim is the body of the claim. Preamble, transition phrase, body. Three parts a claim has. So we'll slowly talk. We'll talk about what is a preamble, and then while talking the transition phase, I may come back to this slide, but I'm showing you what is preamble. Okay, for example, a device for transmitting medical data. Okay, or I'll show you, see, for example, you see this claim, better see this claim: a method for forming openings in a hydrocarbon containing formation comprising. So when we are talking this, so this portion, you see, this portion is your from here to here. This portion is preamble. Okay, this whole portion is preamble. Okay, and now okay, so and this portion, you see, this portion, this is the transition phrase. This is transition phrase, and this is the preamble. This whole portion is the preamble. A method for forming openings in a hydrocarbon containing formation is preamble. Comprising is the transition phrase, and rest of the things what you see in this claim 1 is the body. This is the body of the claim. Okay, so preamble, transition phrase, and body. Okay, so now I'm going back to that slide here. Then when we are talking about transition phrase, the transition phrase are three types. One is open-ended transition phrase, that is they're worded like comprising, comprises. I missed to put a comma here. Comprising or comprises or including or includes or containing or contains or characterized by. This kind of claims are open-ended claims. Okay, and consisting of is a type of transition phrase that is close ended, and consisting essentially of is between I mean it's rarely used though, and they are used generally in metallurgical patents. So what is open ended? Let me give an example. Suppose you have a claim, and in the claim you have you are trying to protect a composition, chemical composition that has component A and component B, and the claim that you have written, it mentions the composition contains claim A and claim B. Suppose tomorrow somebody used the composition A and B and he added another component C, then still he is infringing your patent if you have used the word comprising or including. This kind of words if you have used, then he is infringing you. But suppose you have written the composition, the chemical composition consisting of A and B, so that means you mean to protect only the composition having A and B. You are not worried about if anybody uses A plus B plus C, he is not infringing you because he has added something extra. Okay, so that I'm just telling again, if you have claimed a composition having A and B, if somebody using A and B and C, he is infringing you. When you are using comprising A and B, the person using A and B and C is infringing you. When you are saying consisting A and B, if the person uses A and B and C, he is not infringing you. Okay, and consisting essentially of, this is actually used in metallurgical patents where where trace amounts of impurity may be present. Trace amounts of impurity may be present, which the inventor is not able to ascertain while manufacturing. Trace amounts of small things may be present. So that is why he is telling consisting essentially of the main thing he is telling, but that means consisting essentially of the main thing plus some impurities. When he is telling consisting essentially of K, that means he is telling consisting essential of K and some impurities may be possible. That is what it means. Okay, so we talked about preamble, transition phrase, and body. So all your claims should be structured in this manner: preamble, transition phrase, and body. Okay, so here I'm giving some example of preamble. Preamble, a device for transmitting medical data, a composition for disinfecting surfaces, a method of preparing a metal film on a substrate. All these three are preambles. So now I am adding a small thing over that. I know the transition phrase I am adding on it. A communication device comprising an antenna or battery. Okay, a communication device is the preamble. Comprising became the transition phrase. An antenna or battery and all these things will become the body of the claim. Okay, and a composition for disinfecting surfaces comprises, you can say comprises also, or a method of preparing a metal film on a substrate characterized by having making a coating on the first layer, something like that, you'll make the body. Okay, but here you see the first line, a communication device comprising an antenna or battery, and the last line tells the communication device, actually I missed to write, the communication device consisting an antenna and a battery. So here an antenna, and the first sentence when you're telling comprising an antenna and a battery, so if somebody uses a sensor also, he is infringing. But in the last sentence, the communication device consisting an antenna and a battery, so here if somebody uses a sensor, he is not infringing. So it depends on your wordings, how you have used the word comprising, how you have used the word consisting. Now something might be coming to your mind, that then if comprising covers many more things, why to use consisting then? Why this terminology exists at all? Okay, so this is the confusion. Is this confusion coming in many people's mind, that if comprising covers many more things, then use consisting? Is it coming to anybody's mind? Please tell me if it is coming to your mind. Okay, so so let me know, tell, there are yeah, so good. So the point is, you cannot try to cover, because you cannot tell comprising a mobile device. If you tell a comprising a mobile device, then nobody else can make mobile phones in the world. So what you can do, you in the main or the independent claim, you can tell independent, I mean the primary claim, there you can tell comprising some parts of it, and then later to further restrict that broad claim, you can tell consisting of small parts in the mobile phone. You cannot have the complete mobile phone comprising, or you cannot have all the things, you cannot tell comprising the very critical elements of the invention. If you tell comprising, then nobody can use those small parts to develop the devices further. That's why they will be consisting, and comprising will be the broadest thing. But anyhow, you get the when you I mean when you are claiming the broadest claim, there you are telling comprising, because most of the things what you are claiming in the main claim, that will talk later, that includes the main invention, there you will tell comprising. Okay, so now I'm coming to another aspect of the claims, that is the independent claims, main claim, and dependent claims, multiple dependent claims. Okay, so when we are talking about independent claims, you see this is the claim one. This claim one is actually the main claim. This is the main claim, means it's also told the first claim. Okay, so the good practice is you write the claim, and here you see these punctuations. You see punctuations are very important in the claims. Okay, this punctuations used are colon. So I told you earlier, you see here the colon is used. Okay, here the colon is used, and here you see after the preamble there should be a comma. After the preamble there should be a comma, and after the transition phrase there should be a colon. And then you have to any different elements of the claim that you have, you always try to write as A, B, C, D, all the different elements you write as A, B, C, D, like that. If it's a product claim, you'll have elements. If it's a process claim, then you will have the steps. So in process claim we tell different steps, and product claim we tell different features or elements. Okay, so you see in the second claim, the method of claim one, how the second claim you see, this is an independent, this is a dependent claim. So claim 2 is a dependent claim which depends on claim 1. Claim 1 is an independent claim because it doesn't depend on anyone, and because it is the first claim, that's why it's also called the main claim or first claim, and it is a dependent claim. So claim 2 you see, this is a dependent claim because telling method of claim 1 wherein the plurality of magnets comprises a magnetic string. Okay, so here is another claim. So you see here a solution for electroplating and all these things, the gold, copper, silver alloy, which comprises this preamble is preamble alloy, silver alloy, which after this alloy you see there should be a comma. Okay, there should be a comma, then which comprises should have the colon. Here it's a mistake that this comma is not absent. You should put a comma here before which. Okay, and here you see a soluble gold compound present as a gold cyanide complex in the solution. So how I can do is better, this thing should have been written as ABCD. You see this is missing, ABCD is missing here, so that can be done in a good way to have this ABCD numbering bullet points, so that it will make the examiner easy to examine, and it's in a systematic manner. When something is written, it will be easy to always understand. And you see two arrow marks here, here is one arrow mark I have kept, and here is another arrow mark. So this here also we should have a comma. This is missing actually. So this comma after 1, and here the comma after 10. The solution of claim 1 should be a comma. The solution of claim 10, there should be a comma. And you see here many more commas are there when you are having many more things to describe. So there are many things like said buffer material or conductivity salt is either a borate, either word is not written, it's not required, a borate, phosphate, carbonate, bicarbonate, these things, or mixtures thereof. Okay, so sometimes in the claim, some claims it is also written the solution of claim 10 comma wherein said buffer material or conductivity salt is selected from. This terminology also used sometimes. Okay, so we'll talk about multiple dependent claims. You see multiple dependent claims you saw here, that is solution of claim 1, solution of claim 10, something like that. It's depending on another claim, and another it may depend on an independent claim, or for example this claim 11 you see depending on a dependent claim. Claim 11 is depending on claim 10. Claim 10 itself is a dependent claim because it is depending on claim 1. So a dependent claim can depend on an independent claim, it can depend on a dependent claim. So this is very crucial because it will be very vital while drafting your claims. So multiple dependent claims you see here, they will be telling like according to any of claims 3 or 4. Okay, for example you see here the claim 1 says a method of communicating through a portable communication device comprises an antenna or sensor. You see claim 4 directly, the method according to any one of claims 1 to 2, where or we can write 1 and 2. 1 2 2 is not correct here, but it should be written 1 and 2. If there are if claim 4 is depending on 4 or 5 claims, you can tell claims the method according to any one of claims 1 to 5, if in that kind of 1 to 5. But because just 2 claims are there, better to write claims 1 and 2 wherein the antenna. So when your multiple dependent claims will look like this, or they may look like according to any one of the preceding claims. So sometimes it's also written this way. Because of lack of time, I am not showing this patent. You can take this patent CA 2814928C. This patent number, if you see, you can see how multiple dependent claims are there in this patent. Okay. So now we'll talk about product claims. So a product claim, as we saw earlier, so their preamble will start like an article, an apparatus, or device for cleaning something, an apparatus for cooking, a machine for something comprising A, B, C, D, four, five things. A system means you understand like a computer system, which has many things together. They function together to make something work. That is called a system. So there are many system claims also available. A system comprising a computer, or system became the or a kind of configuration system, comma, configuration system became the preamble, then comprising is the transition phrase. Then you can after comprising a computer or database or some other things you can say. So a configuration system, comma, comprising colon, then you can write A, B, C, D, four, five things. And similarly, composition patterns, that there can be chemical composition or chemical composition comprising, or pharmaceutical composition comprising. When I'm talking these things, you please note down these patterns, because we will run short of time to show this. To open the pattern numbers. Let me just open one and show. Yeah, quickly I'll show one. So the product claim, though it is understood well. Okay, so you see the here a metal paste composition comprising of metal and aliphatic polycarbonate and an organic solvent. Okay, so this kind of things you can see, you can experiment on your own. You can search in Google to see how product claims are there, how process claims are there. Okay, I'm going back to the slides. Okay, so process claims, they have multiple steps, and product claims have multiple elements, as I told earlier. Here I thought of showing, you can always take a screenshot of these patent numbers, or you can note down on your paper that these patents are, you are defining some kind of method claims. So the title of this patent is methods for applying a liquid crop preservative formulation to a container. Okay, and the second patent, I would like to show this patent, like method of swinging on a swing. Method of swinging on a swing. So this patent I would like to show once. Okay, because this is an interesting patent. You see the method of swinging on a swing. You see the first claim, what it tells: a method of swinging on a swing, the method comprising the steps of suspending a seat for supporting a user between only two chains that are hung from a tree branch, positioning a user on the seat so that the user is facing a direction perpendicular to the tree branch, so that he will not hit the tree branch while playing, having the user pull alternately on one chain to induce movement. You all know how we play, or we played in the childhood, we played, or now even we are playing, or children are playing swings in the park. How we play, we know it. Guys, you'll be surprised, this is a granted patent in United States. Somebody got this patent granted. How to, I mean, the method of playing, method of swinging in a swing, झूला झूलना जो हिंदी में बोलते हैं. So like that somebody patented. I was shocked actually. For this presentation I was trying to see what kind of patent I can find. So it's just I saw this patent, so I kept it. Okay, but in India, according to Indian patent system context, this kind of a patent is not permissible. This kind of patent cannot be granted. The reason is, in section 3, you remember method of playing games. I was telling about Sachin Tendulkar's shot, or Dhoni's shot. I was telling those are not patentable. This will come under that kind of a thing, that method of swinging cannot be patented. But it was granted in US, and as you see, when it was granted, okay, so this was granted sometime in, yeah, sometimes in year 2000 it was granted. So now I'm going to the kind of claims that consist both product and a process. a patent that consists both product claims and process claims. You can note down this patent number while I have taken the two claims. Like the first claim in this patent, US 9646892, the first claim tells a device comprising of first channel. Here you see the preamble, your device. Comprising is the transition phrase, and from after that colon, everything is the body of the claim, a first channel region and all these things. Okay, so that first claim is a product claim because it's talking about a device comprising, and the 13th claim is a method of manufacturing or transistor device comprising. So you see here it's a method claim or a process claim. So here that same patent, same invention, but in the same invention they're telling the product, they're claiming the product, as well as they're claiming the method of manufacturing, producing that product. So that 13th claim is a method claim, a method of manufacturing or transition device, comma, this is the preamble, comprising is the transition phrase, and rest is body. So now I'm going to product by process claim. The previous one I said combination of product and process claims, remember. And now I'm going to tell product by process claim. So what is product by process claim? I'll tell you. I'm opening this patent US 6398806. So let's see this patent to understand what I'm meaning by product by process claim. So you see this first claim is a stent. Stent, it's used in surgery. A stent having body and a surface, this kind of things. And then the second claim is telling the stent of claim 1, wherein R means alkyl group in chemistry, you guys understand. And all these things, the stent of claim 2, stent of claim 3, okay, all these things. I want to show you similarly here a method of preparing a stent. The first claim is a product claim, a stent having a body and a surface, okay. And you see, yeah. And here you see this is a method claim. Claim 13 is a method claim. Now I am going to this set of claims. Claim 24 to 28. You see a stent prepared in accordance with the method of claim 14. Okay. And here the 28th claim, see. The stent of claim 26, wherein the coating is substantially monolayer thick. So this is a product by process claim. So they're telling the stent of claim 26. Actually in claim 26 you see it's telling a stent prepared in accordance to claim 21, and claim 21 is of the method of claim 20. Okay, it's the claim 21 tells the method of claim 20. Where is claim 20? You can go on seeing back, you will see method of claim 20, method of claim 18, the method 10. So like that it keeps on going. So at the end we will see this claim 28 or 26, 27, 28, they're talking about a stent. They're not talking about method of manufacturing a stent. They're telling here in these claims, they're telling a stent, but they're depending on a method claim. They're claiming here a product, but it is depending on a method claim. So according to Indian patent system, this kind of things are not much encouraged. So product, if it's a product by process claim, most likely it will get objections in the patent office. So be careful. So I'll tell you the strategy. If you have a product claim here, so anything that you are talking about, the stent, you make it depend on claim 1. But when here the stent or a stent, don't depend it on claim 13 because it's a method claim. Okay. So I hope I'm clear on that part. And here your word matters. So guys, you see here, though I'll just take another 15 minutes, guys. I'm sorry for that. 15 to 20 minutes, please give me. So I see it became 7 o'clock, and this kind of discussions actually very short for 1 hour. I'm very much sure. I knew it will be very short. That's why I'm going little fast also. Okay, so you see guys, these pictures, you see the left side picture that you saw. Can you tell what is coming to your mind from the left side picture? The left side picture, when it comes to your mind, I have, I'll tell all the other devices, but you tell what is the left side picture. The left side picture name is what? Left side picture, the claim that picture number one. The picture number one, can you tell, guys? I'll take more time. I see many people are interested and they're asking me to proceed without worrying about the time. I think all you mean that. So can you tell me, guys, what is the picture number one in this slide? Okay, great. I see somebody's writing camera. Okay, okay, great. So yeah, many people are writing camera. So okay, so guys, same way I'm asking you, tell the second one. Can you write for first, second, third, fourth? Okay, first one is camera. You can write camera. For number two, you write something. Number three, for number three, you write something. Number four, you write something. Keep on writing. I'll just give you 30 seconds. Yeah, somebody is writing digital camera also. That's great. Okay, so yeah, good. Okay, printer, two is printer. Somebody is writing. Okay, okay. Keep on, guys, writing. The third one, fourth one. Okay. Okay, great. So great, guys, great. Yeah, yeah. I see. You guys are seeing those things. Would you like to now? I think we can stop. And I'll just go to tell what in patent language generally they write. You see the first one. See what they're writing. Instead of a camera, what is written? It's written as an image capturing device. Okay. And the second one we all saw, it should be a printer. Okay. So see what in the patent language it is written. It's a image forming apparatus. And the third one, we talked about a tab, a mobile phone, or a cell phone. Okay, great. So see what is written: a portable radio communication equipment. Okay, right. And the fourth one, that we see it as a filter, water filter. You know what we can write in patent language: decontaminating means. It's a product. It's a decontaminating means. So we can write. If we have the wordings of the patent in this way, we are covering more. So when we are telling, instead of writing a camera comprising, if we write an image capturing device comprising, then you are not only covering a camera. Probably if there is something else that is not called camera, but it is inbuilt in something else, like a lens. It is a lens inbuilt in something else, but it's not a camera, but it's able to take photographs. Okay, for example, suppose your what is that, kind of device, any kind of device, or laboratory, any laboratory equipment to see the minute things, minute biotechnology, microorganisms. Suppose a very powerful camera is put and your lens is used. Okay, and because you have claimed the camera, you cannot you have claimed in your patent the word camera. Probably you will be in trouble. I mean, you cannot sue them because they are not using it in a camera. They are using your same lens, all the same arrangements as you have used in the camera. But they have used in a laboratory equipment. Okay, to see their kind of the microorganisms. Similarly, image forming apparatus, it may not be always a printer or a portable radio, because when you are trying to write down the patent, then what you are thinking, I have a mobile phone, I have developed a mobile phone. But or you have developed a part, a small component or novel sensor you have designed for a mobile phone. That you have actually done, but don't write the sensor for a mobile phone. Write the sensor for a portable radio communication equipment. It will cover hundred times many more things where any kind of radio communication is there. It's not only in a mobile phone. Okay, it can be used in a satellite communication also. Okay, and decontaminating means the same way. You understand why we have to have words in a different way, in a broader sense. Try to have it in a broader sense. Okay, okay. and stick to your words. This here I'm talking about stick to your words. Don't change your words. Okay, like like as a common term in a normal life or normal relationship, also we think stick to your words. Don't you tell today something, don't change tomorrow. Here also the same thing. You see this example. Not only in the, I mean, this changing of words, we are not talking about only in the claims, even in the, because sometimes claims may be 2 pages, 5 pages, 3 pages, but the description may go some 20 pages, 30 pages, and you might have the words that I've used 2 times in the claims, you might have used 100 times in the description. So try to use that word, same word for same thing throughout the patent application to avoid, because what patent examiner in patent office examiners, what they do, they first see the claims, and from the claims, suppose they got a word, they have to see also if that claim has been sufficiently enabled in the description, enabled in the sense sufficiently described for the person skilled in the art to understand and develop further. So for that, it is very important to maintain the word everywhere in the patent, including the description or the claims. So I'm giving one example here. You see this example, a method of communication through a mobile communication device comprises an antenna or sensor, and many other things might have been written after that. Now the claim 2, which is a dependent claim on claim 1, it tells the method of communication according to claim 1, wherein sorry guys, this wherein, actually there should not be a semicolon, so I'm just correcting it right away. Okay, so I'm correcting it. It should not, wherein it should not be a column. It can be, you can have a comma, or you don't need anything. Okay, you don't need anything, at least here. If you want, you can have a comma. Okay, so I just I corrected it. Wherein the antenna set comprises, here it's telling, that is fine. This claim 2 is fine, but claim 3, you see, the method of communication according to claim 1, wherein the sensing device comprises. Sensing device, where from sensing device came here? Because in claim 1 you told an antenna and a sensor, antenna or sensor. Here you are telling sensing device. Okay, and in the description you might have written a detecting device, and some other place you might have written a detector. Then it is very confusing to understand which part you are talking about, what, which one, because the examiner will be immediately confused if there is any, I mean, he has already seen one part, sensor is there, immediately he will get confused that, what is detector, did he write anywhere detector in the claims? He will come back to the claims and see if detector is anywhere used. He will see, no, nowhere detector is used. So how this guy is telling detector in one claim or detector in the description, but detector is nowhere used or nowhere defined correctly. So actually what you have used is sensor, but if we stay careless, then you will, whatever coming to our mind, you will write in another claim as sensing device. And claim 4, you see the method of communication according to claim 1, wherein the mobile phone comprises. Where is mobile phone came from? Mobile phone was not there earlier. It was talking about a mobile communication device. Now you are telling mobile phone in fourth claim. This is also wrong. So immediately this claim and 3, the claim 3 and claim 4, they will get objections from the patent office to correct the wordings, to correct the claims. Claim 2 is accepted. Sorry, claim 2 is not accepted again. Sorry, I didn't see it. This claim 2 is telling an antenna set, but actually you had told antenna in the claim 1, now you are telling antenna set. That is also wrong, because there is nothing defined. Set means a combination of things. Had you told antenna set in claim 1, then antenna set in claim 2 would have been correct, but you have told antenna in claim 1 and antenna set in claim 2. This is also wrong. So claim 2, 3, 4, all these 3 claims will get definite objection from the patent office, and that will become another task for you when the office action from the patent office comes, which we call first examination report. So that time you will be in trouble to correct all these things, because when you are correcting this claim 2, 3, 4, you have to correct the description, many things you have to correct. So it will become a headache if you have not drafted the claims in the correct manner in the beginning. Okay, so the and game, do not keep so the and game means, I mean, don't use so many ands. That means do not restrict your claim too much. Keep the claims separate. I mean, see the heading, do not keep all your eggs in a single basket. So that is very well you understand, that you should not keep all the eggs in a single basket, which is used in stock market. Don't put all your money in a single stock, because if that stock goes down, that single stock goes down, all your money is gone. So for that, you invest your money in 10 different stocks or 10 different businesses, so that if one business goes down, you can take profit from the other businesses. Okay, similarly, you see this wrong I have written. You see, read it for 1 minute. The system of claim 7, wherein this is a dependent claim I have taken deliberately to show you. The system of claim 7, wherein the first antenna and the second antenna are the same antenna, wherein the plurality of antennas are flat antennas, patch antennas or dipole antennas, and wherein the plurality of antennas are configured to operate in frequency bands of 900 megahertz, 2.5 megahertz, sorry, gigahertz, and 5.8 gigahertz ranges. Okay, so this is a wrong pattern drafting, because you see what is correct, then I'll say why that one was wrong. You see, the correct one is, you see, uh, I'll show you with a pointer. Okay, you see here you see this portion is one part, and from here to here is another part, and this is the third part. So there are three parts. Okay, so these three parts are separately claimed in three different dependent claims. Three different dependent claims. These three claims, so this is one claim, one claim, one claim. So these three parts we divided it, this single claim we divided, single claim 8 we divided into three claims: claim 8, claim 9, and claim 10. So this whole bunch of things that were available in claim 8 now is available in three different claims. Why? Because if in case claim, suppose this, I'm reading claim 9, the system of claim 7, wherein the plurality of antennas are flat antennas, patch antennas, or dipole antennas. Suppose because they are depending on claim 7, and this dipole antennas or flat antennas are there already known to the public, combined with claim 7 concept, then this claim 9 will get rejected by the patent office. Okay, but still your claim 8 and claim 10 will remain. Similarly, you can think of, if claim 10 gets the objection, suppose 900 megahertz or 2.5 gigahertz, any one of them got, that is already available to the public knowledge, then claim 10 only will be rejected, because, and claim 8 and 9 are not known to the public, combined with claim 7, of course. Okay, so claim 8 and 9 will remain, claim 10 will be rejected. So your claim 7 is also sustained. Claim 7, 8, 9 combination are there. But if you put all these 8, 9 and 10 in one claim, that is the wrong one, here I have written claim 8. If you put all in one, if this portion, suppose this 900 megahertz portion is known to the public along with claim 7 concept, then your whole of these things is gone. So you understood the difference. Here you can save two claims, but here all the things you lose. Okay, so be careful, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Okay, here I am talking about antecedent basis. So when you are writing the claims, so always you remember the articles that we studied in high school, or in before, in class 7, 6, or before that, sorry, maybe we learned in class 3 or 4, that A and B, these three things we have learned as articles. And here in case of a patent claim, you have to be careful to use these wordings A, an, and the. Why you should be careful? For example, I'm telling you one example. uh, I met my teacher when he was in the school. I came back home and I remembered the teacher. Here I'm telling I met my teacher, and then I'm telling I remembered the teacher. So this is very well understood that you are when you are using the teacher, it is understood that you are talking about that same teacher that you met in the school. But if I tell I met my friend in the school and I remember the teacher. You see how this sentence is sounding? You didn't tell about the teacher in prior. Now you are using the word the by saying I met my friend and now I am remembering the teacher. That means actually maybe you wanted to mean that I met my friend when he was standing near my teacher and he was talking to him nice stories. Now I remember the teacher. So in the middle, you missed something about that teacher, and now you are using the. I'm asking. I will just finish very quickly, okay? And in the just next 2-3 minutes, we'll finish, okay? Just be patient, okay? I have though many other things, but I knowingly have kept it separate so that I'll not discuss on them. Okay, so here you see the claim one in this slide: a communication device comprising an antenna set, a sensor connected to something. Okay, now I'm telling the communication device according to claim one, wherein the antenna set comprises a conductive element. You see, this the communication device is correct or not? Correct. Because all communication device we had told prior, now we are telling the communication device according to claim 1, wherein the antenna set comprises a conductive material, conductive element. You see, because conductive element we are first time introducing in the claims, so we have to tell a conductive element. Okay, now you see in claim 3 I'm telling because I have already introduced conductive element, I'm telling the conductive element according to claim 2 includes a metal, because a metal I'm using for the first time, so I'm telling a metal. Now you see I'm telling the metal in the conductive element according to claim 4 is selected from gold, copper and platinum. It can be any one of them. So you understand the antecedents. These are called antecedents, means if anything is used in prior, then you can use as the, or also in many patterns you'll say see said. Okay, but said word is not used in the beginning of the sentence. In the beginning of the claim, for example, here you see that this claim 2, it is we will tell the communication device according to claim 1, wherein said antenna we can tell wherein said antenna, instead of the antenna we can say the antenna or said antenna, both of them we can tell. But here again in claim 3 we cannot say said conductive element, because in the beginning of the sentence generally we don't you start with said. Okay, but in the middle of the sentence if you are referring to something in prior, then you can use said instead of the. Okay, so and another thing is on this antecedents, suppose you have because the flow of the patent, you start from title, then the technical field of the invention, the objects of the invention, background, object, summary, the description of the drawings, and then the detailed description comes. So in summary, when you are introducing first time something in the summary, so use the antecedents within the summary, not that because in the summary you had use something in the description you will tell the. Okay, similarly if I have used in the summary and description certain terminologies, not that in the claim you will tell the directly because you have used in the description. It's wrong. Remember clearly, it is wrong. You have to, when you are introducing a term in the claims for the first time, you have to use a or an depending on how the vowel is. Okay. So similarly, when you are introducing a term first time in the description, you use a, then letter the. Okay. So similarly, every part it has its own individuality for its own antecedents. Don't use, again I'm telling, because you have used the term a communication device in the description, don't tell the communication device in the first claim. In the claim is a separate section of the patent. You have to start with a. In the claims, you have to start with a communication device. You have to start in the summary. Or communication device, you have to start with the description. Or communication device, you have to start with the in the claims. So later in the claims, if you use about communication device, you will tell the communication device. Later, similarly, you understood. I think it's clear. I was trying to emphasize more, but I think it's clear. So now I think we're good. And those patents that I had, if you have taken those patent numbers in the middle, sometime I had shown. So those patent numbers, you can see about the specific things. Sorry. And this people are asking for PPT and the information. So actually you don't need PPT, because this link will be available even after this session. The recorded session will remain available, so you can keep on watching this several times if whenever you want. And if those patent numbers, if anybody has missed to note down, that I couldn't show you by opening those patent numbers because of lack of time, so you can always go back to this recorded video in the same link, and you can take out the patent numbers there, and you can understand what I was wanted to I was trying to tell that time. And still, if you have any questions, always, I have my the details I have the details here. You can always come back. You can always get back. Sorry, I was trying to adjust the slide. So you can always get back on. You contact me on any of these numbers, or in the email. You can email me if you have any specific questions. I'll be happy to answer. Though if it's flooding number of questions, I cannot answer quickly, but I'll definitely see all the questions anybody asks, and I'll definitely answer. If not, in next 2 days, probably in next 4 days. And anytime you want to contact, also you can contact me. And we are providing all services related to drafting, filing, and prosecution of patents, designs, and trademarks. So probably in the tomorrow's session, design I have never discussed. Design is an important aspect of intellectual property that generally people we are not doing. Inventors are not thinking about that when we about design. That I'll discuss tomorrow a little bit about that. Okay. And anytime you require any help regarding your patent drafting, filing, or prosecution, you are please feel free to contact us in any of these numbers and emails. And also, in case you have any questions, I'm happy to answer you. As I said, I cannot answer quickly, but I'll take time, but I'll definitely read all the emails and answer you. Okay. Thank you so much for your time, guys, and you have a great evening and a great day ahead.